So I'm walking on this beautiful beach, basically alone because I've now veered off away from anyone left that was here for sunset. Making my way down the shore just because it's freaking gorgeous. Why not? I get that the sun going down over the ocean is one of the most beautiful sights you can see, but I also think that this time of day is pretty darn beautiful. So anyway, I'm just walking down here and just thinking of some things. You know, I've been really, I don't even know. I started this YouTube journey earlier 2025, and you know, I was a completely different person when I started it to when I actually started posting videos to it to now. As you can imagine, at the end of 2025, I'm not even the same person that I was yesterday. So it's been a weird journey because I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I thought to myself immediately, none of us do. But it's funny in terms of the YouTube channel because I've been working on some things in my life, namely leaving my old life behind to start this new one of traveling. And yeah, honestly, like, I felt so strongly to start in Australia after being here already 3 times, but I freaking love this place. I love the land, I love nature here, I love the animals, the trees, the people, the energy. This place particularly is so freaking amazing. And this is wet season, rainy season, but it hasn't fully started. But look at these clouds, by the way. Could still get some more rain. We had some a little while ago. Anyway, it's beautiful, it doesn't really matter, but it's pretty tropical here in terms of weather, very hot and humid, which I would jokingly, when I was back in the US, I would say that I was a tropical plant. I was right. I am in fact a tropical plant. Probably more talkative than a plant. A lot more talkative than a plant. But man, this journey, guys, look, I'm living this experience day by day, sometimes minute by minute, trying to be moment by moment and just staying present. But I gotta say that I had so many nerves and insecurities and doubts and fear come up as I was getting ready to embark on this journey, and it hasn't stopped. There were times that have been quieter than others. There have been times where my intuition was so clearly telling me exactly what to do, and I was just following it, taking a step, doing what I felt to do, just going for it. And there were times where that felt really kind of easy to do, and it was very clear. Mostly though, it has not been easy, okay? I'll just say. Mostly it has not been easy. The whole process of this, even to getting to this point. I cleared so much internally. This is what I'm seeing. Okay, yeah. See a few jellies washed up, little ones. This can also be stinger season, although they can be here anytime. I guess in the really touristy times, they actually will net for them a couple times a day maybe at this beach so that people don't just get stung all the time. Anyway, we haven't really been seeing them in the water, but yeah, they get these little tiny ones that I guess aren't deadly, but it's pretty painful, and then they get the box jelly, which is deadly. So any rate, paying attention that there are a few there, so I don't need to walk in the water right at this moment. Anyway, I'm getting all sidetracked, but I'll just say, like, this hasn't been an easy process for me to get here. Like I said, I waded through so many limiting beliefs that came up and were shown to me through the process of just releasing things and trusting my intuition, trusting my own spirit completely to do this. Look at that. And yeah, and now what I'm finding, like, there's been like levels, and there have been some things that I've recorded along the way for myself to just kind of document this journey. And part of me thinks like, oh, maybe I should start with that stuff for you guys, but it is what it is. I'm starting where I'm at, and I gotta say that in recent times, as late as today, my brain has been going nutso, okay? And the biggest reason why my brain has been going nuts is that I didn't come here with just like oodles and oodles of cash. Yeah, this wasn't a thing I saved up for years. This wasn't something that I was planning for years, although really I could say that I've been planning for this my whole life, because I've been wanting to do this since I was like 18 and didn't. I did the college path instead, which I would definitely, if anybody's watching this and you're trying to decide what to do and you've randomly found this video, I would say find yourself before you go find a college to go to. So important. Don't sign any contracts or loans or any of that until you've gone and explored yourself. Like, that is the most critical thing we can do for ourselves as 18-year-olds who have no idea really what we want to do most of the time, right? I had ideas of things I liked. I liked marine biology. I liked the ocean. Boom, I majored in marine biology. Not the way I would do it now with my current awareness, but whatever. I did that at the time. So yeah, it's been really interesting. My mind's going crazy about it because it's not like I have infinite money available, but I do have my infinite spirit available to keep guiding me along my path and to keep lining things up with me through my inspired action, through just doing what I feel called to do. I have the intention to just live in alignment with my own spirit, and so I follow my intuition, and I try to do it about every little thing now, because there's so many times where I haven't, and then it's come up later as to why I was being guided to do it. Hasn't been anything like monumental lately that I missed, but just little things that would have been helpful to have done. Anyway, but I'm basically getting on here to just say that, you know, we can take a leap of faith, and we can push back past all these like limiting beliefs and fears and do it anyway. And I encourage that, really, because, you know, this reality that we live in is not even complete in our perception of it. Like, this isn't even real. Like, this is just our view of it. There's so much more to this reality than what we can see with our naked eye. And I think, you know, when I think in terms of that, I'm like, why wouldn't I just make the video? Why wouldn't I just share my art? Why wouldn't I just do the things? Why wouldn't I just start traveling and say fuck it and like not worry about how it's all gonna pan out? And then my humanness gets in, and my mind wants to get in on it, and it's like, when we get so attached to this being the real reality, like that this is all there is, and it's like, it feels like life and death in these meat suits that we're wearing, and it feels so like I don't know, like serious, and we have this one life, and like we don't want to die, we don't want to become homeless, we don't want to like lose people, friends, family. What else do we guard? Tradition. Maybe we guard like the way we grew up, we guard people that we care about. Like, what are we so afraid to lose? Like, really, at the core, you know? Oh, I didn't bring my sarong. Anyway, I'm just sitting here. But what are we so afraid of? Like, what are we so afraid of, really? You know? Because really, it's like the best things in our life could happen by us taking a leap like this and just going to the place we feel called to go. And I gotta say, like, the way things have landed here for me since flying into this specific place, which is the main thing that was bringing me to Australia this time, like, I got drawn here because I read a book. I was listening to a book at work and on my commutes, and I hit a section about the cultural knowledge of the Aboriginal people, of the person who was sharing all of this wisdom for this book. His name was Paddy Rowe, and I got to this point in the book and I had this instant knowing that I had to get back here. Not knowing why, nothing. I don't know anyone up here. There was no like set thing that was going to come from this. I just knew in my deepest part of me that I had to get back here. And so I did it. But I didn't do it in a planned, calculated, logical fashion. I did it in a follow my intuition until it all lines up to get me here kind of way. I did it in a take one step at a time, can't see the whole staircase, can't see where this is going. Even now I'm here and I've experienced such beautiful things because I ended up meeting the author of the book, or one of them I should say, because really it was written in conjunction with the author who actually wrote it, and it was written in conjunction with Aboriginal elder named Paddy Rowe, and knowledge that was passed to him by the Galera-Baloo people, and just thousands and thousands and thousands of years of knowledge that was passed down. And you know, I ended up having the author reach out to his friend up here who was taken in by the Galera-Baloo people and has been taught so much. And that's why I highly recommend you read the book Total Reset. It is so good. And anyway, I had no idea that the author was giving him my name, that he was going to be talking to him the morning that I told him I was flying up here or anything like that. And I got up here and he ended up picking me up from the airport. Completely unexpected. Completely unexpected. And that's one thing too, we can't plan for magic. Like when you plan, you actually squeeze out room for magic, because if I was all planned, maybe I would have had my ticket ready for the bus or something, which this is a small place, but still, like you could totally do that and just like, oh, I bought my ticket and I'm doing this and I'm getting to the place like this and I'm going to the hostel at this time and I'm doing all the whatever. And instead, I had this person show up and just start showing me around this place from day one. Drove me all around town, showing me things, even out in the bush showing me things, already teaching me about plants. And it's been that way ever since. Most days I've been with him, with one of my first roommate from the hostel where I'm staying. He's been taking us out all the time, including us in his day, teaching us how to make clap sticks now, which is so powerful, by the way. So powerful to make your own clap sticks. And he's like, yeah, because you're connected, you know. It's like your energy goes into making these clap sticks. It's like you and this wood, this part of a tree that, you know, it's like you become intertwined. But it's been really powerful an experience. And I came away from the first day and it's like you're just hitting this branch with an axe over and over and over and over. I mean, it's not like I do that all the time. It's not like my arm was used to that. So you can imagine how tiring that was. I came away from it so rejuvenated. Anyway, I feel so grateful for all the experiences I've gotten to have since being here. I've met some beautiful people who, yeah, it's been amazing. And I still feel to stay here, even though I'm a little bit like, you know, getting in my head about finances and, yeah, like, what am I doing, and spending the money at the hostel and all these things, typical mind things that can happen. And so I've just been meditating, and, you know, my friend up here has been reminding me of that, because he meditates every day, all the time. And I've started meditating to just quiet my mind. And that's how I use meditation, is to just stop the chatter and it's brought me a lot of profound clarity and ideas in the past, so it's been really good. I started meditating, and then I started meeting people and having these amazing conversations, so I've just been rolling with it. And in fact, when I get off here, I'm just gonna stop and sit and be quiet and still. But yeah, I just basically wanted to share that, like, just because you do something doesn't mean that it's not going to come with more fear later, that, you know, your mind isn't going to start turning back on later and picking apart what you're doing, because mine definitely has. But I think it's like what we do with it, you know. Do we let that make the decisions for us? I've made a lot of decisions in my life only in hindsight that I was able to see this out of fear. And I realized, like, I don't want to live like that anymore. I haven't cleared so much to live in fear and to make choices out of fear. And when I've lived in fear and made choices out of fear, things didn't go so well for me. Sometimes they panned out for quite a while, but then ended up, like, looking back, I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. I see how this path would have been easier, or would have gotten me to a life that I really wanted. But it's all growth, right? Life is experience, life is growth at its core. And we don't have to be at any certain point. We don't have to be at any certain destination by any certain time. That's all made up garbage. All of the ideas put on us by our parents, teachers, society, all of the things that make us feel like we have to do this, and this by this age or this time, or if we're not doing this, then we're not, like, worthy of being here, and it's all garbage. So yeah, do the things, live the life, because you know what, at the end of the day, I would be really regretful if I hadn't just done this and taken the leap. There you go. Take the leap, take the flight. Confirmation, take the leap, take the flight. We really have everything to gain. We really have everything to gain, because you know what? Even when we play it safe, we sit at home, we do our job, we color in the lines. Life does what life does. You can lose that job any minute if your boss decides to downsize. You can, you know, have something happen with your health that all of a sudden changes your entire life and your ability to do the things you want to do. Like, I've had both of those things happen, by the way, and life went on. Life went on from those things, and I got my health back, and I'm not wasting the rest of it. So anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you being here, and